What's up, guys? Sully here. As you can tell, I'm in beautiful, cloudy Vermont right now for Thanksgiving over at the family farm, and I wanted to do a new review for you guys. So while everyone yesterday slipped into their turkey coma, I was able to sneak away to go see a new movie, and that new movie was Luca Guadagnino's Bones and All. All you need to know about this one is that it's about a girl who for some reason wants to eat other people, and it's not some mindless zombie movie like you might be thinking. She's not just some eating machine. She's a totally normal teenage girl that for some reason wants to feast on her buddies. Obviously, that's a big no-no. So she goes on the run and finds a boy that's actually just like her, and the two of them continue their lives together trying to live with this condition that they have. Luca Guadagnino is a sick puppy for putting a movie out like this near Thanksgiving. I mean, no one eats more than on this holiday, and he just throws out a movie about cannibalism. You gotta respect the move there. But as per usual with this guy, the movie looks great. There's tons of emotional symbolism, and it's just expertly crafted. Like, I love how the story of this movie is structured. It's kind of like the chapters of a book, but instead of being separated by numbers, it's separated by the cities that our main character journeys through. I'd never seen a movie with Taylor Russell in it before, but she definitely impressed me in this film. I don't know why, I kind of got Jenna Ortega vibes when I was watching her in this movie. I just feel like the two of them might be up for similar roles if she keeps continuing down this path. But even though the plot of this one is a little ridiculous, I feel like she did a believable job of portraying a teenager going through these ridiculous circumstances and just navigating her life and adapting to survive, because she puts herself in some pretty crazy situations. Timothee Chalamet has been growing on me more and more every time I see him, even if he does look like Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy in this movie with that red hairdo. But I think he plays more to type in this film. He's mysterious, he's moody, he makes a good companion to our main character and brings a lot more out of her. I like what he brings to the table here, and I think the two of them have great chemistry. That's definitely a bright spot of the movie. Now, there are aspects of their love story and their connection that just didn't totally work for me. Like I said, I enjoyed their chemistry, and there's a lot of good stuff in here, but I just wish there was more meaningful dialogue between these two characters. There's a very obvious and disgusting connection between these two people, and I just feel like some scenes continued to linger past when they should have, when they could have showed us something to progress the plot or further develop a connection to these characters. They gave us inklings and tidbits of the stuff that I really wanted to learn more about, but then just turned it into a footnote at the end of the day. They wanted us to feel like this pair was like Bonnie and Clyde or Romeo and Juliet, and I just didn't completely buy that. At the end of the day, this movie's much more spectacle than it is substance, and I mean, it's an artsy movie, that's to be expected here. I just wanted something a little bit more concrete. It made the runtime feel a little bit longer than it is, which is never a good thing. We need to talk about Mark Rylance here for a second, though, because he's the icing on the cake in this movie. He plays a guy named Sully, which is the most important thing you're going to take from this review. And coming from one Sully to another, he gives us a bad name, but God, is this guy entertaining to watch. He's just a phenomenal actor. I like him in everything I've seen him in, except Don't Look Up, but he really wasn't the problem in that movie. But then I saw him again in The Outfit earlier this year. I think that's going to go down as one of the most underrated movies of this year. Go see it if you haven't. He's just a great actor, and I loved seeing him in Bones and All. His performance in this movie is just chilling, and he really adds that gore and horror aspect to this movie. Now, if you're someone that's coming to see this movie for those disturbing horror aspects, there's definitely a lot of disturbing imagery in here. It's not the full movie, but you'll definitely get what you want. And if you're someone that doesn't like that kind of stuff but still want to see this film, all of those moments are very predictable. You'll know when they're going to happen, so you could quickly just cover your eyes or something. I'm starting to get rained on here, so I'll wrap this up. But one last thing I want to say is I feel like the stakes in this movie could have been a little bit higher. We know our main character does what she does, and because of that has to move from town to town. But I never really felt from an authority point of view that anyone was looking for her all that much. Maybe if there was a background character of a cop or a detective that was tailing her, that would have upped the intensity a little bit for me and made her journey much more worthwhile. Bones and All might not reach the heights of Luca Guadagnino's other recent movies, but it's still one of the better and more unique films of 2022. There's a lot jam-packed in here when it comes to romance, action, and horror, so if you're someone that doesn't love all of those genres, you might leave a little bit disappointed. All the performances are top-notch, especially Mark Rylance, and it looks fantastic. I will say, though, the movie lingers on past when it should, the runtime could be shaved down a bit, and it definitely favors spectacle over substance. That being said, it's still an enjoyable movie, and definitely the type you should be supporting at the theater. Bones and All gets a Sully score of 3.5 stars. So that's my review of Bones and All. I think I lost my appetite for leftovers after this one. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to go check this one out or if you've seen it already. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys at the next video.